Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. First of all, we'd like to say that we know it's been quite a while since we last uploaded a video, and we want to let all of you know that we have kept on stitching and we've kept on working on our projects. Today's video, you're going to see our WIP updates, and we're excited to share them with you once more. We'd also like to thank all of you new subscribers. We reached more than 800 subscribers while we were gone, and we are beyond grateful that you all are here and that you like our content. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. In today's video, you're going to see my WIP update, and for the next video, you'll see my mom's WIP updates, but that will be for the following week. Okay, so first off, we'll start with the Golden Retriever from Magic Needle. This is actually one of my favorite projects. And if you notice my project bags set, maybe you already saw it in the channel. The print that it has in the fabric is very beautiful with some seashells. I love how this project bag set came out. Remember, you can find all our project bags on our Etsy shop, which is always linked down below in the description box. Okay, also a quick note is that all of my projects, or at least the majority of them, this is going to be the first WIP update because they are all new projects since it was the first time that I ever stitched on them, since it is a new year and new projects. Okay, so for this project, as you can see, this is what I was able to advance in the months of January and February. And something that I've been doing with this project is that I've been stitching it without highlighting or without marking the pattern or the graphic. So I do have to print out a copy to mark each grid as I go, each box as I go, because I'm reaching a point where I can't keep stitching it without already highlighting all of the stitches that I made. So I do have to print out the chart of this one as soon as possible. Alright, so now let's move on to my next project. Okay, so for my next project, I have it in the little conjunction set bag. And I keep it in this one because it is a very tiny project, so it fits in very well. Everything I need for the project fits in this little tote. So as you can see, this one is the Hot Chocolate dog by Dimensions Gold Collection Petite, I should say. And as you can see, it's another dog. I'm very fond of dogs. The funny thing is, I don't own a dog as of currently, but I do plan in the future to be able to have a dog. So for this one, sadly, I couldn't get much done. But I do plan on focusing more on this one for the next WIP update. And this one is in a 16 count Ada. And this one, since it is a very tiny project, maybe if I dedicate a little bit more time to it, then I'll probably get much more done. But yeah, that is one of the goals for my next WIP updates, to focus a little bit more on this project specifically. Alright, so now let's move on to my next project. Okay, so for my next project, since it's also a tiny project, I have it in this tote bag. And as you can see, this one is the Peter Pan soda. We got this one at Aliexpress. The sodas have a lot of variety of designs, and they have this series like this one of Peter Pan, which with a lot more fairy tales and stories. They're very beautiful. We actually have a few more of these fairy tale sodas here at home. We do want to keep on making them, but we want to finish the one that we're working on first and then jump to the other one, and vice versa. This is what I have so far. As you can see here, I did a little bit of the window, a little bit on the top of the island and the palm trees. And in the bottom, I started stitching the ship. Little by little, it's getting its form. And like the Hot Chocolate dog from Dimension, I do want to dedicate a little bit more time to this project. So now let's move on to my next one. Alright, so now we've reached one of my favorites also, which is Flowers on the Violin from Everlasting Love. We also got this one on Aliexpress. This one is in printed fabric, and it's actually the only project that I have currently that I'm working on printed fabric. So if you notice, sadly, I had a little accident with this project. I was stitching late at night, and you know, we're all tired by then. I left it in my nightstand, and when I woke up, it got humid because it was next to my water. The good thing is that I removed it on time, because if I wait a little bit longer, it would have been a lot worse. So my plan is to keep on stitching to the right and leave that part for the end. That way I can be able to advance a little bit more quickly. But yeah, I wasn't very happy about that. So as you can see, this is what I've been able to progress. I started in the left corner, made my way all the way up, and that is what I have so far. So approximately I did about 2,000 stitches, a little bit more. Again, you do advance a lot, you progress a lot when you're stitching on printed fabric, since you don't have to count and you don't have to mark anything. You do advance a lot more quickly. And I'm currently stitching only the background of the project. I haven't reached the violin or the trumpet yet, but I'm making my way there. Alright, now let's move on to my next project. Alright, so for my next project, I have the classic Willy Wonka with the golden ticket. And this one was actually from MyBobbin. The designer is Studio 14. I will pop up a picture in the screen of how it was before. And remember, I am stitching this project in CXC thread. And so far, the thread is quite nice. It's not the same as DMC. So far, it's been a good thread a good floss to stitch with. So this is what I've been able to progress. I did all of this part that doesn't have the back stitches. And I also finished a little bit of the top of the chocolate that didn't have any back stitches and that was missing a few. I think that maybe for my next update, I might be finished or very close to finishing this project. Alright, let's move on to my next project. Okay, so we have reached my absolute favorite out of all of my projects. And it is the green landscape, the Blessed Place from Magic Needle. This is absolutely my favorite. I love the colors, I love the design, I love working on this project. Okay, so the good thing about this project or this update is that I did complete a fourth of the entire project. So I am making my way down. That way I can eventually complete half of the project. There's a lot of combined threads, a lot of half stitches, with one thread, with two threads or floss. It has a lot of different varieties of different stitches. I'll be popping a picture of how it was before. And this is what I have so far. You can already start to tell the trees, how they're forming. You can already start to see the top of the castle, and little by little it's beginning to show what the design really looks like. And this one I'm actually doing it in a 14 count Aida, and it's not the same fabric that the kit brought. This one we actually replaced that fabric for this one that I'm currently using. And this one is always my go-to project. One of my goals actually is to finish this one this year. We'll see. It is at the top of my list. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so for this little cutie, I actually want to start this project. So it's going to be a new project. If you remember here in our channel, we've showed that my mom actually finished Dorothy. And it turned out to be beautiful. She did an amazing job and the quality is very good. These designs are actually from Miss Peggotty and she sells over on Etsy. We'll leave the link down below in the description box. And she does have a series of a lot of different fairy tales, but of this one specifically, The Wizard of Oz, she does have a lot more of the characters from the story, which we would like to do those too eventually, once I'm finished with this one, with Toto. So here I have the picture with the graphic, or the pattern. And then over here I have all the thread that I'll be needing, and I have the fabric. So this fabric, we've shown it before. It's a 14 count Aida. And this is the same exact fabric that my mom used to stitch Dorothy. It is like a watercolored light blue and white print. It's very beautiful. Here I have my needle saver and my pin cushion that comes in conjunction with the set. And here in this pocket I have my little magnet case. And what I keep in here is, and here I have my needle minder, and I have my needle threader or loop. And in this pocket I also carry two frictions. This one is the highlighter to highlight the stitches, and the other one is a pen which I use to grid the fabric. Both of them can be erased with heat. And here I have my string for the scissor. You know that we created that here, we use it a lot, and it comes with all of our project bags. And the purpose of this is to keep your needle and everything in place. So I just attach it to one of the other snaps of the project bag, whichever you'd like. And when I'm stitching, it won't fall, it won't get lost because it's all attached in one place. Alright, so this is all that I have prepared to start my project bag of Toto. Alright everyone, so this has been all for today's video. We hope that you liked my WIP updates. Again, we're sorry that we haven't been able to post as frequently as we did before. We hope that you enjoy the future videos that will be coming your way, and that you stay here on our channel. We'd love to have you here with us and to keep on sharing our cross-stitch journey with you. I'm very excited to keep on stitching on my projects and to keep on sharing with all of you. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye!